So this is the first day of the epic overlanding Anza Borrego adventure. This is gonna be a cool trip. So we got here yesterday at about 5, 6 p.m. Just camped. So yesterday was all highway just to get here. I just packed up. Lino is packing up his stuff, and we are going to hit the trail. This is going to be good. Out here, the earth doesn't just sit still. It tears itself apart. Welcome to Anza Borrego, a landscape carved by fault lines, flash floods, and time. Today, we push through the jagged cuts of tectonic gorge and deep sands of the Palm Wash. We'll navigate the strange, wind-skewered formation of the Pumpkin Patch and hunt for the shadow of the 17 Palms Oasis. Out here, the map is just a suggestion and the asphalt is a memory. Because out here, the adventure begins where the road ends. So we just got out of the camp spot and we are on the trail. It's starting good. It's already this kind of a wash between, well, you can see for yourself, but it's very sandy, tight. Well, first of all, get your mind out of the gutter. But it's sandy, tight, and dry. But yeah, looks like it's gonna be a good day. It's about 73 degrees now. It's 8 a.m. Supposed to be in the 100s today, maybe upper 90s. But it looks like it's going to be fun. I like this sandy washes. It's fun to drive here. Man, this is already an interesting, fun trail. We just started literally 5 minutes ago. And I'm already like squeezing between tight corridors in this wash, like mini canyon wash. And it's sandy and bumpy. And it's the first 5 minutes. This is gonna be a fun trip. But it's really nice. As I always say, or as I say many times, I really like the desert scenery. I like it better than the... Oh, there's a big gigantic rock right on the side here. I like the desert scenery much better than I like the forest and Sierra and Mendocino. I like those as well, but if I had my pick, I will pick desert. But I have to really pay attention here because there are all kinds of rocks and boulders on the side of the wash of the trail, and I have a long vehicle, which means it's gonna be very easy for me to scrape something. So stop bothering me and let me concentrate. We just passed through a set of very tight turns that I had to be so careful turning, looking very carefully on both sides, not to scrape the truck against those hillsides or canyon sides. I wonder if most people go here with full-size trucks, or am I the only idiot that does that? Probably not. I'm sure there are more idiots in the world. But, well, I'm kidding, of course. There are more idiots, but you don't have to be an idiot to go on this trip. You just have to be a bit adventurous. Alright, so this is the end of this little gem of a trail. It was exciting and fun. Again, the first trail of the first day of this adventure, overlanding adventure. But if the rest of the trip is like this, it's gonna be fun. But this was very challenging. Now, there were a lot of bypasses to the tight turns, which I'm fairly sure a lot of full-size rigs are taking, but I did not. I did it the hard way, so you don't have to. But anyway, we're gonna get to the highway here, make a left, and then I think like half a mile or a mile or so on the highway, and then we get to the second trail. The second trail is back and forth, meaning this trail was from point A to point B. The second one, we are going to multiple places to check them out, look at the view, and then come back to the same point and then take another trail. All right, we're about to make a right turn here. The trail name is Calcite Mine or Calcite Mine. I can't pronounce this. So I'll, just pay attention to the bottom right of the screen, and when I go on new trails, I put the coordinates and the trail name. But this looks like it's gonna be fun. Look at this, already starting crazy with whatever this is. Woohoo! Oh man, it's gonna be one of those. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so we are climbing up the hill here to go see a mine. It's nice. It's, of course, desert scenery. Don't expect any trees or forests, but it's cool. It looks like this trail or road, this trail is kind of groomed. You see the two berms on the side of the trail. So I'm assuming lots of people take this one, but we'll go see what's there. What the hell? I don't think I'm making this one. Am I making it? Maybe I'm making it. I don't want to the truck. Man, that was not easy. What the hell? Where the hell did I come? So look in front of me. It's a steep uphill. Okay, I'm gonna put 4 low because it looks like it needs 4 low. God damn, there's a fly in the truck, drives me nuts. Alright, so now we're going up on a rocky climb. I hope whatever is at the end, I hope it's worth it, this calcite mine. Because if it's just a couple of rocks and a hole in the ground, I'm gonna be pissed. Alright, I'm gonna climb up this crazy rock here. Now, if you ask why, my answer is, why not? Because I'm only 600 miles away from home, and if I have to get towed, it's only gonna cost me like $15,000. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, so after this crazy climb up the hill, yeah, it was worth it. Look, check this out. I think you can walk down there. Let me go get the dog and I'll go on a little walk. But look how cool this is. Nice, right? So it was a crazy climb, but it was definitely worth it. Look at this. Look at Lino crawling down there. Pretty cool. All right, so we are coming down this trail. Look how cool these rocks here. Really nice. It's kind of very interesting. You go up one trail, and then you see a certain type of scenery. You see it from a certain angle. Then when you come down, it sometimes looks like a completely different trail. You see things from a different angle, different perspective. Now, for example, we can see the scenery all the way far. But I'm going to turn off the camera because I have to concentrate, because we are getting into this crazy twisties here, which I do not want to scrape my car. So I will catch you down there when we make a left to the next trail. All right, so we are making a quick stop to eat some breakfast. We're stopping in this wash by this hill just to get some shade. We eat some breakfast and continue the fun. So far, freaking Anza Borrego does not disappoint. It's pretty cool so far. And I know that I'm gonna get home with the truck that is damaged. It's just bound to be, based on the trails that I see. Man, it's so cool to drive in these canyons slash washouts. You have to be very careful if you have a full-size truck because it's very narrow, but it is quite a lot of fun. So you have to pay attention here. It's challenging. Again, everything is narrow and you don't want to damage anything, but it's quite fun. Am I gonna scratch my truck? Man, like an inch, probably an inch or 2 inches on each side. And this is not the narrowest, most challenging trails that we will go on this week. Keep in mind, today is just day one, and it's just like what, 10 in the morning, 10:20 in the morning. So we didn't even start yet, and we already have this fun, challenging trails. You can imagine how the rest of the trip will be. So if you're watching this video and you are enjoying it, which is impossible for you not to, then make sure that you watch the next one and the next one and the next one, probably about maybe 4 videos. All right, so we started to go up this trail, and it started okay, and then it became gnarly with boulders. So, I mean, we can still make it, but there are so many trails around here, and I don't really feel like pushing it too much on the first day like this, and then regret. So we are making our way back to the main trail, and we're gonna hit pavement a little later, maybe another half hour or so, going back to the pavement, and actually more than half hour, and then to the next trail. But right now we are going back not the same way we came, so might be some interesting stuff here as well. All right, this is so far a fun trail. It has twisties, but it's wide enough for the truck to go through. There were a couple of places that it was a little bit narrow, but generally speaking, I like it.
Okay,
nice,
I am
sandy.
almost at the sign.
All right, keep going. It's nice, sandy, soft. I don't have to butt clinch and, you know, everything else that I clinch. This is nice. I enjoyed this particular one. Well, I enjoyed the other ones as well, but this one I enjoy slightly more. This is trail system number 3 that we are hitting now, and this one I forgot to look at the map, but I think it's like 30 miles or something. So there's a fair chance that we're gonna camp somewhere on this trail tonight. It's only 11:30 in the morning now, but depends on the trail, depends how fast or slow it is, depends what we see, depends on the mood. So this is a cool surprise. This place is called 17 Palm Oasis, and apparently There are 17 palms, and apparently it's an oasis. See? If the sign says, it must be true. So I'm gonna go check it out, and we'll see how it is. This is the oasis. Let's see what kind of stuff there is here to see. I wouldn't mind seeing some water, but I would assume that the water is probably deeper in the ground. But can you imagine how cool of a campsite it is if you have a ground tent, put it here in the shade? So I'm assuming there's underground water, but nothing that we can see. Holy crap! So we just went outside to see this 17 palms oasis, so there's no water, and it is so freaking hot outside. 104. Well, it's not that hot, 104, but 104 is hot enough. I think I melted a little bit. I think one ear melted a little bit and a couple of fingers. God damn it, it's hot. But now in the truck, it's like an oasis. All right, this is interesting. We are what seems to be the moon. I don't know. It seems like a very what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe surreal landscape. Look at this. All those bald hills, cause no vegetation, cause I guess heat and no rain. And pretty cool. I'm enjoying myself. It's about 69, 68 degrees in the truck. Just like an oasis in the desert. And the trail itself, this particular part of the trail, very easy, simple, soft and sandy. In other words, good. Okay, we're now getting to a place called Pumpkin Patch, and I'm assuming that there won't be any pumpkins, but there might be rocks that look like pumpkins. I also see a bathroom and some benches, so apparently, possibly this place is maybe popular. But oh yeah, I see. Right ahead, exactly straight ahead of me, there's a fenced area with rocks that look like pumpkin. If you drink enough or if you're on heavy drugs, those would look like pumpkins to you. But yeah, that's cool. It looks like it's some kind of a off-road park, lots of hills with places to climb. If you're one of those people that like to climb and jump and this and that, this is a perfect place for you. I am, however, not one of those people. So we are at Pumpkin Patch. This is the patch, here's the pumpkin.
Oh, is that what those are?
Yeah, over there, over there. Over there.
Oh, over there.
So apparently this is some kind of an off-road park. Right, you can see these signs here, and it's cool. I mean, if you want to go take a dump in the woods and no one can hear it, you can do it here. And if you have a off-road vehicle, obviously look behind me over there. You can go have some fun. But yeah, it was cool. So we were on the moon for a while. It looks like we transitioned to Mars. This is interesting, sketchy.
Come back for a minute.
A little nerve-wracking for a big truck. I mean, now it's kind of open in front of me, but before that it was a little sketchy. But it's fun. Whose idea was it to come over here? God damn it. What the hell is this? I guess for a Jeep or, you know, a smaller vehicle, this is fun. Well, it's fun for me too. I'm just bitching and moaning, but it's nerve-wracking because these are narrow kind of trails and hilly, and I don't know which. There's like a million trails going left and right. I'm not sure which one is the right one. Well, I have to admit, it's a little fun. Well, it's a lot of fun. Okay, you got me. All right, so we spent a couple of hours in some very, I would say challenging-ish, but sketchy trail with lots of potholes and ruts and uphills and downhills and hills. It was fun, like a Mars type of scenery. Now we are on this wash that is very easy, nice, soft, sandy. You can go like 80 miles an hour. I'm going only like 10 miles an hour because Grandma Lino over there is driving about 3 miles an hour. But sorry, Lino. But we're gonna be on this trail for probably another couple of hours. But it's nice now. Now it's kind of relaxing, sandy, open, cool. So we were on this fun wash, and now we are on a trail that is called Cut Across Trail. And I was thinking about it a little bit, and I think just because I'm extremely smart, I figured that this trail probably cuts across. And I only figured that by looking at the name. Nobody actually told me anything. So anyway, so you're lucky that you're watching this video. But anyway, we are cutting across to something. I don't know to what, maybe to another wash, but we will see soon. This is kind of a cool wash. I mean, it's not as sandy as the other ones. I think it's called Palo Verde East Wash, I think. But it's cool, you know, nice, easy, open. So now we're going to a spot called Vista del Malpias or something like that. I'll put the name in the video on the bottom right corner. But it's nice. It's a nice, sandy, easy trail. No butt clinching yet. So nice. Well, the scenery today was relatively similar, desert dry, but some places were like more like a moon type of a thing. Some places were like Mars, some type of a thing. Some places were just mountains and rocks. The morning so far was the more difficult, and now the last few hours were kind of cool and nice. Not cool weather-wise. Weather-wise, it's 102 outside, but cool in terms of driving. Okay, so I'm at the Vista. Lino is still coming. There's another truck parking there, but this is freaking amazing. Check this out. This is so cool. It reminds me a little bit of the Badlands in South Dakota. I used to go to the Sturgis motorcycle event there, and this is what it looks like roughly. But this is so nice. Definitely was worth the drive up this trail here, which was an easy trail, fun trail, just like what I like. Hold on, I'm climbing here. Look, very cool, very, very cool. It's kind of similar all around, but apparently down there it's a bit more defined and artistic looking. So So I'm not sure what's the draw here, but this is it. Inspirational something. There are multiple cars here. So the trail to get here, it's very easy, very smooth. So I think this is what we saw before, those Badlands or whatever they call them here. You're just from the other side. See? Pretty cool. Nice looking. Pretty nice. Right? So we went to see that second Vista, and now we are on this wash, and we're gonna hit the highway very soon, which means we're gonna go maybe a couple of miles on the highway, literally 1 or 2 miles, maybe a little more, and then get to the next trail. And I thought that we're gonna stay long enough on this trail to find a place for the night. It's 3:30 now, but we're probably gonna get to the next trail and stay somewhere over there. But this is fun. I mean, I cannot drive fast because Lino is behind me and he's going very slow, but if you want to have fun, this is the place. It's nice and smooth and sandy, and it's kind of fun to go and fishtail a little bit and enjoy. All right, we got on Inspiration Wash, which, if I remember correctly from what people are saying, it starts nice and wide and easy, and it becomes narrow and twisty and challenging. But we will see soon. So far it's nice, sandy, soft. You can go very, very fast here. Nice. I like it when it's kind of wide, open, sandy like this. It's fun to drive on. Alright, according to the trail, we were supposed to go down here. And this is fine. I just don't know as far as all those twists. And will I be able to make these turns? Look behind me. I don't know if I'll be able to make these turns. And once I go down, I think there might be a place to turn over there. But once I go down, it's a commitment. I don't think I'll be able to come back up. This is a little bit tricky. Okay, I'm going down something that I have a feeling I will regret. It's so tight and narrow and twisty and steep downhill and sandy. Now the problem is, if for whatever reason there's a spot that I cannot make, there is absolutely no way to turn until you get all the way down. All the way down there's a spot, but until then, nothing. Which means I'm gonna have to reverse this, which is, I mean, I'm gonna bang the truck pretty good. But anyway, now I'm gonna concentrate and try not to ruin a $110,000 truck. Cross your fingers for me. Man, I'm out of that crazy part. Now it looks nice, but that was nerve-wracking. You have no idea how crazy it is to do it with a full-size truck. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure others did it, but you have to be so careful and paying so much attention to all four corners of the truck, everywhere, because you are like inches from both sides. Oof. Luckily I didn't scratch, didn't damage the truck. This is day one. Freaking day one. What will happen tomorrow and the next day? Oof. But anyway, I'm happy that I didn't damage the truck, and I hope I'm not jinxing it. Alright, so there was just a block on the trail, and we went like did like some kind of a bypass, and I see more. It looks like when it's raining, I guess, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but when it's raining, chunks of the hill are falling down and blocking the trail. And that's why those little bypasses are there. You see, even, I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but on my left here there's a chunk of mud. Like chunk, I mean like the size of half a truck in the middle of the trail. Oh man, imagine if we're here and a chunk fall in front of us and a chunk's falling behind us. Not good. But this is fun. I think this is most of those videos that you see online, a lot of them are here, inspiration wash, because it's nice and twisty and canyony.